Catherine felt warm and content as she slowly started waking up from the best sleep she had in a month. Or even longer, she thought with a sigh. Rolling over, she felt the softness of skin and the firmness of muscle and snuggled against it, even throwing her leg over. So nice. Then her eyes popped open. What in the hell? She had no idea where she was or what happened. The last thing she remembered was flying through a wicked storm on Tazwa. Catherine had no idea how she ended up here. Realizing she was in the embrace of a stranger, she pushed back and scrambled to a sitting position. The stranger, a woman, Catherine realized, opened her eyes slowly and looked at her. "Who are you?" Catherine asked, surprisingly not alarmed, considering she just realized she was nearly naked. For some reason, the stranger did not frighten her. Pulling the blanket up to cover her breasts, she waited for an answer. The woman, who Catherine realized had the fittest body she ever saw, raised up on an elbow. "Captain Nat Reynolds, Space Rangers," she answered. "This is not what it looks like." Catherine could only nod, still completely confused. "The real question here is, how do you feel?" Nat continued. In her surprise at the strange situation, Catherine had not thought about how she felt. Now she realized there was a light throbbing coming from her forehead, and she reached up. Her fingers found a goose egg. "Well, this doesn't feel so great," she said. "Did I hit my head?" Nat nodded and swung her long legs over the side of the narrow twin-sized bed they shared. She stood, slipped a classic Space Invaders video game t-shirt over her head, and then handed a second navy blue Space Ranger t-shirt to Catherine. Happy to have it, Catherine put it on. It was 2 sizes too big, but at least she felt less vulnerable. "You did," Nat said, finally answering the question. "When your ED-90 ship hit a glacier. Frankly, you're lucky to be alive." Catherine could hardly believe it, as she remembered almost nothing after flying into the Tazwa atmosphere. Then she had a thought, and looked up at Nat. "Did you save me?" she asked. She watched Nat blush a little, and Catherine found herself thinking it was incredibly sweet. Nat shrugged. "It's my job," she replied. "Are you thirsty? Hungry?" It was clear the woman was changing the subject, and Catherine let it go, although a part of her got the sense Nat came to rescue her out of more than duty. Which makes absolutely no sense, Catherine thought. We've never even met before. Suddenly, a realization came to her, and she felt a lump of panic growing in her stomach. Unless she knows I stole the fuel and came here to arrest me. Before she could figure out what to do, Nat turned back to her. Catherine saw her frown as she took in Catherine's anxious face. "What's wrong?" Nat asked, looking worried. Catherine started, not sure what to say without giving away anything in case Nat did not know about the stealing. "So, are you like a cop?" She saw Nat raise her eyebrows at the question. "Not exactly," she said. "Why? Are you worried about what happened on Prospo?" Catherine gulped. Having no idea what to say next, she just nodded, no doubt looking as guilty as she felt. Nat laughed. "Well, I have to say, the note was a cute touch," Nat said, and then, still smiling, went back to the original topic. "Now how about telling me if you are thirsty or want something to eat?" Catherine relaxed, though still not sure what exactly was going on. But because it felt like everything was good between them, Catherine smiled back. "I'm both," she said, and tried to think of the last time she really ate or drank anything substantial. A week? She wondered. It was hard to find food when a person was broke. "Well, all right then," Nat said, and went from the sleeping quarters into the small galley. From where Catherine sat, she saw into the room through the wide door. "How about some hot tea?" Nat called back. "Probably a good idea to keep warming you up." Although Catherine rarely drank anything but soft drinks, warming up with hot tea sounded good. "I would like that," she said, and then had a memory of how warm she felt when she was curled up in Nat's powerful arms. Catherine blinked. Where did that come from, she thought.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.